Everyone wants to find below market value property, but not everyone knows how. In this video, I will introduce you to the main strategies to sourcing well-priced property. But first, if you don't know who I am, my name is William Gale, and I'm the founder of British Homebuyers, one of the UK's most established home buying companies. And since 2012, when I started it, we've generated almost 140,000 leads from prospects wanting to use our services, which, to be honest, shocked me when I looked that figure up earlier. So let's get to it. I've broken these into 7 core strategies and I've bookmarked them so you can easily flip between them. With each of these strategies, it is important to remember there are no shortcuts, with the exception that I'll get into later. But with all but one of these strategies, you have to put the work in to earn the reward. You have to look at 10, 20, 50 properties even to land that one great purchase. So let's get to it. 1, building relationships with local agents. You probably sat there thinking, obviously, but let me take you through what I mean by building relationships with agents. Bearing in mind, I'm also the founder of British Homebuyers, one of the UK's largest online agents. And so me and the team have been on the receiving end of this being done really, really well, but also really, really badly loads of times. You need to be straightforward and politely persistent. So keep in touch with agents, keep politely reminding them of what you're looking for, and importantly, when they produce a great deal, follow through. They have to trust you're reliable. A cherry on top for agents is whenever I complete a purchase with them, I always send them a case of wine and a big box of chocolates to say thank you. Seems super obvious, but in over 10 years, my agency, British Homebuyers, having dealt with close to 13,000 sales, the team have maybe only got gifts 20, 30 times. It is really, really rare. It's amazing how rare kindness can be, even though it is the best way to build a relationship. In the description, I'm going to leave a link to a step-by-step video of how I essentially build a database of agents I keep in touch with, because in reality, it's a skill that deserves its own video. 2, looking at Gumtree and Facebook Marketplace. In the past, I've had periods I've done this quite a lot. Right now, I don't really bother because honestly, we're busy enough following up leads from other sources. But looking at property ads on Gumtree, on Facebook Marketplace is a really good way to connect to sellers directly about properties you like. Like I said, you've got to be willing to investigate many properties to get to the ideal purchase. So when you see a property you like and you call the owner up and they shoot down your offer, don't stop there. Politely ask if you're able to touch base in a month or 2, just in case they've not sold. You might find if the property hasn't sold a month later, they might then reconsider your original lower offer. I've got a video that goes into detail on all of this that you can check out another time. 3, using social media. Now, this is where we get a bit more modern. With this tip, I'm talking about using social media organically, so not spending money on ads, which I'll get into with a later tip, but using social media to put yourself out there as a property investor and getting involved with the countless property investment pages and clubs and groups and societies out there. As you network online, you will naturally uncover opportunities others have found, but also share opportunities you have found with others. You might find you want to get into the property sourcing business, where you essentially package deals you found and sell them to other investors to purchase. This is a big area of property that you'll need to check out on my other videos to find out more. Next, leaflet dropping. This is where these tips start to turning to costing you money rather than time. Now, with leaflet dropping, you can of course walk around areas yourself that you're interested in buying in, introducing yourself as a buyer looking to purchase, or alternatively start spending money on leaflet dropping services through the Royal Mail or local leaflet drop services. The real positive of leaflet dropping is it puts you in touch direct with sellers, so you can pick up properties that aren't on the market currently, where the seller perhaps isn't speaking with anyone else. Where there is less competition, I can often find it is easier to pick up better deals. Next, sending letters to properties on the market. You can send letters to properties on the market. So, for example, if you've identified 100 properties in an area you want to purchase, you can send letters to each one introducing yourself that you're able to purchase reliably but at a lower price than they're marketing for at the moment. If just one person contacts you back willing to consider your offer, it makes the exercise worthwhile. The reason this can work better than speaking to agents marketing these properties is it saves you time. Rather than calling 100 times about 100 properties, the agent not actually knowing if the seller will consider less or not, insisting you view the property in person, it allows you to cut that out to see if the seller is open to considering a lower offer direct. Next, paid online advertising. So over 90% of online marketing is actually controlled by Google. So if you're serious about getting into the world of AdWords and YouTube paid ads, then you need to get to speed with Google, the Google Ads dashboard. And I say this from experience, having spent over £1 million on it over the years. Next, use property sourcing company. At the beginning, I said there were no shortcuts to finding great deals. But with one exception, well, that one exception is using a reliable property sourcing company. The reason it offers a shortcut is because property sources are doing all that legwork for you. So with my business, British Homebuyers, across all the online and offline advertising strategies, I've literally spent millions on advertising over the years so that me and the team can speak to thousands of homeowners a month and offer to buy their homes direct, offer more traditional estate agency services, or pair them to investors like you to purchase. If that's something that interests you, contact us at British Homebuyers. In conclusion, now you understand some of the core strategies to finding below market value properties. It is important to understand why people want to sell below market value to begin with. Check out my next video on why people sell below market value properties.